What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we are answering a question that's been hanging in the air for 25 years. Is the legend really back, or is this just a beautiful ghost? Now look at this thing. After a quarter-century hiatus, the Honda Prelude has officially returned for 2026. But before you start looking for pop-up headlights or a high-revving VTEC engine that screams until your ears bleed, I need you to take a deep breath. This isn't a carbon copy of the car your cool uncle used to drive in the 90s. This is a sophisticated, hybrid-powered, tech-heavy evolution. It's sleek, it's smart, and honestly, it might just be the most grown-up sports car Honda has ever built. We have a lot to talk about, from the Type R light suspension to the surprisingly posh interior, so let's get into it. First off, let's just stare at it for a second. Can we talk about this design? Honda didn't go full Fast and Furious with this. They went for what I call quiet luxury. It's low, it's wide, and it has this incredibly clean silhouette that almost looks European from some angles. Look at the front end. You've got these slim, horizontal LED headlights that give it a bit of a "don't mess with me" stare. There's no massive, gaping grille here, just a clean, aerodynamic nose that flows perfectly into that double-bubble roof. That roofline isn't just for show, it's pure sports car DNA, meant to give you a little extra helmet room if you decide to take this to a track day, though most of us will just use it to look cool in the Starbucks drive-thru. Check out these 19-inch Berlina black wheels. They fill the arches perfectly. And peering through those spokes, those are genuine 4-piston Brembo brakes finished in a special Prelude blue. It's a subtle nod to the car's hybrid nature, but it also screams performance. Around the back, it's even better. We have a full-width LED light bar that looks very premium, and a subtle integrated spoiler that doesn't shout, "I'm a racer," but rather whispers, "I'm fast." In a world where every other car is a boxy, tall SUV, seeing a low-slung, two-door coupe feels like a breath of fresh air. It's like Honda took the Civic, gave it a gym membership, and taught it how to wear a tailored suit. Okay, let's address the elephant in the room, the powertrain. Underneath this beautiful sheet metal lives a 2.0-liter Atkinson cycle 4-cylinder engine paired with a 2-motor hybrid system. Total output? 200 horsepower and 232 pound-feet of torque. Now, I can already hear the "only 200 horses" comments being typed furiously, but hold on, this isn't your grandma's hybrid. Torque is what you actually feel when you pull away from a stoplight, and because this is an electric-heavy hybrid system, that 232 pound-feet hits you almost instantly. It's punchy, it's responsive, and in sport mode, the throttle map is surprisingly aggressive. The best part? You're getting an estimated 44 miles per gallon. Think about that. You can spend your Saturday carving up mountain passes, hitting every apex, pushing the car to its limit, and you'll still spend less on gas than the person in the boring crossover behind you. It's performance without the gas station anxiety. Now, let's step inside, because this is where you're going to spend all your time. First impression? It feels premium. This isn't just a parts bin interior. You've got these gorgeous sport bucket seats. They're wrapped in a mix of leather and a high-grip suede-like material, accented with blue stitching that matches the Brembo brakes outside. They hug you in all the right places without feeling like they're trying to crush your ribs. The tech is top-notch, too. You've got a 10.2-inch digital instrument cluster that changes its layout depending on your drive mode, and a 9-inch center touchscreen that's snappy and, praise the car gods, has an actual volume knob. Look at the S Plus shift paddles behind the steering wheel. Now, since this is a hybrid with a direct drive setup, it doesn't have traditional gears, but these paddles allow you to click through simulated gears. Honda even pipes in a bit of enhanced engine noise through the Bose sound system. Is it a little bit of theater? Yes. Is it fun? Absolutely. It gives you that tactile engagement that makes you feel connected to the car. But, a word of warning, Honda calls this a 2+2. In reality, those back seats are strictly for people you don't actually like, or perhaps a very small dog. It's better to think of them as an extra shelf for your gym bag or a leather-wrapped grocery holder. Here is where the Prelude justifies its price tag. Honda didn't just make a pretty car, they made a handling car. They went deep into the Type R parts bin for this one. We're talking about the dual-axis strut front suspension and adaptive dampers. This setup is designed to virtually eliminate torque steer, that annoying feeling where the steering wheel tugs in your hand when you floor it. When you throw this car into a corner, it stays remarkably flat. The steering is heavy but precise, only 2.1 turns lock to lock. It feels alive in your hands. It's not a raw, vibrating track monster like the Type R, it's more refined. It's a grand tourer. It's designed to be comfortable on a 3-hour highway cruise, but the moment you hit a twisty back road, it wakes up and reminds you why the Prelude name matters. The Brembo brakes are the real deal too. The pedal feel is firm and consistent, giving you a ton of confidence to dive deep into corners. It's the kind of car that rewards a smooth driver. It's rhythmic, it's balanced, and honestly, it's just a joy to pilot. So, let's talk turkey. The 2026 Prelude is expected to start around $43,000. I know. For 43 grand, you could go buy a Toyota GR86 and a mountain of tires to burn. You could get a used Supra. You could almost squeeze into a Civic Type R if you find a dealer who isn't being greedy. But the Prelude isn't trying to be those cars. The GR86 is a riot, but it's loud and a bit buzzy on the highway. The Type R is a legend, but not everyone wants a giant wing and a look-at-me aesthetic. The Prelude is for the person who has grown up a little bit. It's for the person who wants a stunning, head-turning coupe that's actually easy to live with. It's for the commuter who wants to save the planet and their wallet with 44 mpg, but still wants to feel something when they take the long way home. It's a car for the and people. Style and substance. Performance and efficiency. At the end of the day, the 2026 Honda Prelude is a bold move. In an era where coupes are dying and everything is becoming a generic electric SUV, Honda decided to bring back a nameplate that stands for driver enjoyment. Is it the 200-mile-per-hour supercar some people dreamed of? No, but it is a precision-engineered, gorgeous, and incredibly clever piece of machinery. It's a car that makes you look back at it every time you park it in the garage. And in my book, that's exactly what a Prelude should be. Honda took a risk here, blending the future of hybrid tech with the soul of a classic sports coupe. And after spending the day with it, I can safely say it was a risk worth taking. But I want to hear from you. Is 200 horsepower a deal breaker for you? Or does that 44 mpg and Type R suspension win you over? Are you a fan of the new clean look, or do you miss the 90s wedge shape? Let's get a conversation going in the comments. If you liked this video, do me a huge favor. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss our next drive. We've got some amazing stuff coming up that you won't want to miss. Thanks for hanging out with me today. This is the 2026 Honda Prelude, and I'll see you in the next one.